Windows 95 turns 30 years old today. It was released to the public on August 24th, 1995. If you miss the Windows 95 look and feel, this Windows 10 is the correct choice for you. Hi everyone, I'm Everything Windows, and this is Project Chicago. Installing this Windows 10 modification isn't hard, as it uses Panda 2K that recreates the classic setup feel from Windows 2000 and Windows XP. It's not the same as you would see in Windows 95, but it's better than that and it's more efficient for me. After a reboot, there is the logon window where you will be asked to enter a password, which is just a single space. Here we are in a totally not Windows 95 desktop. The welcome screen is greeting you as always, but you can't move the next tips or anything. It's just there to greet you. Pretty simple. Now, from the overall look, this is strikingly similar to Windows 95, like the desktop background, the icons, and the taskbar. Off to a great start. Opening the start menu, it looks strikingly similar for me, with a little bit wider length in this mod, but that's okay. The similarity continues when you explore around the applications included, which is pretty cool. Clicking my computer, which opens Windows Explorer of course, it displays in a small icons format, which is good, but not the same as what we used to see in Windows 95, which shows a medium icon size. But that's okay, you can change the folder view to the same one in Windows 95. And I'm so obsessed with how the window layout is recreated to feel like Windows 95, starting with the window border, the title bar, the caption boxes. It's faithfully recreated. I love this. When you open the C drive, it shows the Windows 95 icon, which is cool. From the Windows Explorer alone, you can see that the recreation is well done. As you know, that this is actually a customized version of Windows 10. The Windows version applet on WinVer shows right there that it is Windows 95. It's customized down to the WinVer. Amazing! If the look of this is Windows 95, what about the applications? Well, we certainly have. We have the classic Internet Explorer that you can access at the Internet shortcut on the desktop. But it leads to an error, which I kinda expect since a modern version of Windows doesn't always go well with an old version of Internet Explorer. You can still access the Internet Explorer actually from the start menu. And check it out, it's the old Internet Explorer, or more exactly, version 1.5. Other applications are included such as Media Player, even though it doesn't work correctly, Calculator as your old friend with bold text in it, Notepad, Paint, WordPad, the legendary phone dialer, the old character map, clipboard viewer, CD player, and imaging that for some reason asks for Wang admin control, which I don't know where it's that from. And down to the old Windows 95 Task Manager, which you can use as it should be. This is pretty amazing. Don't forget about Windows 95 games too. If you have ever felt lost in this Windows 95, you can open the help option in the start menu, and you will be asked to open which help topic you want to read. This is slightly different than what we have in Windows 95, where you can just navigate around, but hey, at least the Windows 95 help is ported to Windows 10. And if you have ever felt lost when you are multitasking, the old tab interface is here to help you, with the old classic style of course. When I say that this is based on Windows 10, I mean it. You can run modern Windows 10 applications and features left in this mod, such as the modern system restore, remote desktop connection, the arrow shake where you can minimize all windows with just a shake of a window, snapping a window to any side or corner, which is a huge advantage for multitasking and tiling people, Windows 10 Action Center, Windows 10 Search, Windows 10 Task View, Windows 10 Virtual Desktop, Windows 10 Start Menu by pressing Shift and the Windows key, the Windows 10 Settings, Clipboard History, where you can just look up in your copied text and images throughout the history, I guess, and Emoji Panel for emoji lovers, and the last one, PowerShell. Even though the accessibility applications doesn't exist officially in Windows 95, you can still access the Windows 10 version in this mod by using the Run dialog to open the program. You can type OSK for on-screen keyboard, Magnify for magnifier, and Narrator, well, for narrator. Now, I haven't talked about customization yet. Control panel, for a strange reason, can't be opened from the start menu. That's weird. So I am opening the other control panel from the Run dialog with control.exe. And there you go! A modern Windows 7 style control panel with classic icons. There are several customizations in this OS that you can do with applets combined from Windows 7, Windows 10, like from the Windows 10 settings, classic Windows 95, and others. Some people call it inconsistency, and some call it convenience. Right-clicking the desktop shows the classic context menu, which is amazing as always, but when you choose the properties, it just displays the resolution and color settings. Weird. But you can still customize the background color in the modern control panel. You can change between solid color or just pictures. Heck, you can even choose the Windows 10 default background. Look! As for sound scheme, it's changed to what we were supposed to hear in Windows 95. Take a listen. For screensaver, you're gonna need to change it from Windows 10 settings by searching for it in the search bar. And then you can customize it with, I believe it is about the same list as what we have in Windows 95, including 3D flower box and 3D maze. But you can't choose 3D pipes in this, as it will crush the screensaver. Despite that, this is an incredible creation by Mr. Amayosken from Mexico along with these people. And since this is based on Windows 10, exactly Windows 10 IoT Enterprise LTSC 2021 that still has official support from Microsoft until January 13th, 2032. A long 7 years after Microsoft's official end of support date for the consumer version of Windows 10 on October 14th, 2025. So you will still have a good chunk of time to stay on Windows 10. Now, to test the modern Windows application support, I have one example. Pale Moon, a diverged Firefox fork. You can visit modern websites using this browser, such as my YouTube channel, and Modpedia, which is a wiki for all Windows mod that I encourage you to contribute. So, if Pale Moon can run on this, what are other applications that can run? It's all on you. For now, this time, I might want to point out several issues I have with this mod. Starting with the Windows Explorer. you can't navigate to folders lower than C drive, as it just doesn't want to for some reason, but you still can do it if you open it in a new window. Task Manager, the 95 version, is quite delayed when it comes to adding or removing tasks inside the program. I guess it can be solved somehow or another. You can't use snipping tool as it doesn't run as intended, as you can see on the screen. And you also remember the fact that the control panel from Windows 95 version doesn't run, which includes many crucial customization. Is this just a problem with mine or what? Okay, so here's the thing about Project Chicago. You see the issue earlier in the video that for some reason it doesn't show control panel, and I have no idea why. And you saw that after a reinstall it suddenly works. Okay, so here's the thing. Okay, I've talked to Mr. Amayoskan about this type of issue like since yesterday about this thing, and he actually have no idea, like that's not supposed to happen. And yeah, it's not supposed to happen. Like if I go to Windows and settings and control panel, okay, and it shows up right there. Like I don't know, but this time I seem to know why does this happen. My Windows mods external hard disk should be plugged in. For some reason, I don't know why, when it's plugged in, it shows up right there for some reason. And if I Alt F4 this thing and press Windows Z, and then if we go to the C drive, and then if we go to any folder such as the program files, it opens in a separate window as you see earlier in the video. But let's see if I unplug the external drive. Alright, so it should be plugged off. Okay, sorry about the unprofessional setup, but okay, let's turn on the Project Chicago right now. Let's see if it runs. Okay, this is Project Chicago. Okay, and then you see the external hard disk is not plugged in. And watch out when I'm about to open control panel or just open a directory in Windows Explorer, because I have no idea like how does it happen. Like it's not the mod's fault, and it's not like this fault. There has to be something wrong. Okay, we're gonna open control panel again, and no, it doesn't open. If I press Windows E, and if I go to the C drive, and then if we go to program files again, no, it doesn't run anything. Like it doesn't plug in. If this one doesn't plug in, it suddenly doesn't wanna open. I'm so frustrated by this. After a reinstall, now we can see that there is a control panel recreation in Project Chicago. Again, this is not the mod's fault. Probably something to do with my new laptop, as I just migrated all the VMs at the time of recording, like recording the footage. And it's working. You can change the background, screensaver, the window theme, even though you're only able to change between the high contrast themes. And you can navigate through the C drive without a problem. I was wrong about the reinstall. It was 2 weeks ago when I recorded that on August 7th. So now it's August 20th. Turns out you need to have a DVD disc mounted at all times to open the control panel and navigate the folders, even if it's a blank disc. As you can see, if I don't have any DVD discs in, I can't enter the control panel and navigate the folders. But when I put a blank disc in, I suddenly can. And if you're asking, what about those who installs this mod from USB? I demonstrated it on my VM without a DVD drive, and chances are, you're safe. I hope you're safe. So I feel like this is a script problem inside of the mod, and this is my band-aid solution. If you don't have a blank disk ISO, for some reason, just look at the pinned comment. Now, you can try out this mod yourself and see if it suits your Windows 95 nostalgia craving mind. And maybe you can main this mod if you know and you're absolutely sure what you're doing. Obviously. And happy birthday to Windows 95 for 30 years, which is definitely older than I am.